Hello and welcome. This is the first video in the video series that I named Conversation That Matters. In my experience while working with various teams, it's pretty difficult for managers to have meaningful conversations with teams. And this is not only their fault, very often this is the lack of skills in the whole team to have conversations or to in general talk in certain structures that would be beneficial. So in this series I will be sharing some of the experience that I have and the exercises that you could try with your teams in different situations. This time we are exploring the reflection, and as this is the new year's time, so people are getting back to work and the new beginning and new ambitions are probably in the meeting rooms, it's very useful at first to have a reflection about past year. The framework for such conversation can be very simple. I will share 6 questions that you can explore about a certain period that you had with your team, a project, experience, etc. And later down the line in the upcoming videos, I will be getting into more details and into nitty-gritty of different aspects of reflection and of different tools. So how does this tool look like? It is very simple. It has only 6 columns and each one of them is designated for the different, so to say, question. And in the very first column, we are writing the items that we want to explore. What was in our agenda? What was our goal? What we wanted to do? In the second one, we are writing what did we manage to achieve? No matter how big the thing was or how much of a failure maybe it was, you still achieved something. Maybe you just started it, but this is still an achievement. So writing down things that, happened, that you managed to achieve is important. The third column is, what you did not achieve. Maybe the goal was pretty ambitious and you did not achieve everything. So name those things that were, left for the other time. The fourth one is what helped you. What circumstances, what people, what conditions, what efforts, what behaviors were useful for this particular goal? What were the things that you did correctly and you would repeat next time? Write everything down. This helps in the future create better environment for your higher results. The fifth one is, naturally the other pole of the previous question. What prevented you from striving forward? What hindered your progress? What was the obstacle, the main obstacle, or some sort of other things that were standing in your way of achieving the goal? Write those things down. And the sixth column is dedicated for the conclusions. What will you do differently next time? What you have to change? What did you learn from all of this process? I'll give you a short example of this framework in use from my personal experience. Quite a long time ago, I had a job when I was making quite a lot of calls during the day. My quota was 50 calls per day. So the item on the list that I would write is 50 calls. What I managed to achieve, let's say on Monday, maybe only 30. What I did not manage, obviously the rest 20. What helped me? Cookies that I could eat after 10 calls. And this was actually the way I really used to motivate myself with delicious food. What prevented me from finishing the day's work was my colleague, who after lunch suggested, hey Mantas, let's go for a walk. So my conclusions are, like in the final column, they are, Mantas, don't go with your colleague when he's asking you constantly, let's go for a stroll around the block after the lunch. Skip him. This tool actually helped me to iterate quite a lot of my behavior, and I hope that it will help you too. The key benefit of this particular tool is that you can eventually recognize areas which you cannot change. So you are making conclusions and you are constantly trying new behaviors. You are going into the experiential learning circle. But eventually you will start to see the patterns where you cannot change the things that are happening. And actually this is the place, or this is the moment where you need external help. Maybe you need a mentor, a book, some sort of trainings. And the great benefit is that you particularly know why you need them. It's not a generic need for a self-development, but you particularly have one niche where you want to improve, and you can be very precise about it and very effective. So that's it for today, for the very first video in this series. I hope this was useful. If so, drop down the like, and if you have questions or suggestions or would like to share your experience about how you are reflecting with your teams together about the projects that you do or about in general the work that you do together, so drop down in the comments. Thank you for watching and see you next time.